Hi, everyone. Okay, so for December, once it starts on Wednesday the 7th at 11:48 a.m. So once it starts, you will feel that. So by really then daylight, if we're thinking daylight savings in Victoria and wherever else there's daylight savings in Australia, then that means it's 12:48. All right, good. So with the feng shui wise, with the feng shui, you've got to remember there are two very negative positions. Still here, just going to grab the calendar. All right, so two negative positions. One is in the south. Now, what you've got to remember is this is quite strong. So the south already in the basics has what we call fire, and this energy is earth. So the fire is feeding the earth, but it's a very negative energy elementally. All right. Then we've got the northwest, and in the northwest, in the south, you've got to put your bells or salt water, whichever works for you. If it's a wet area, forget it. Don't bother. Who cares? All right. So in the northwest is where you put your 6 coins for the month. So on Wednesday when it starts. Now in the northwest, there's already a metal element in the basics, which means you may not feel it as much as other months where it's when the ill health is somewhere around the other sides. Okay. All right. So the water rat is actually what starts, and the water rat, if you look at the screen, you can actually see that the day, so the hour is metal on fire, the day is wood on fire, the month is water on water, and the year is water on a tiger. So you can see already that there's plenty of water here, there's plenty of wood here, there's a couple of fires. There is no earth here, guys. And the earth is kind of the worry thing, etc. There's none of that in December, all right? So you're not going to worry yourself sick over it because that water is is already cleaning the slate for you in that sense. There's a lot of water here. So on the day, it's yang wood on a horse, but the month is yang water on a rat. All right, so the yang water is water on water. All right, this is tsunami on tsunami. And keep in mind, the year is already tsunami as well. Okay, so water strengthens water, and check for yourself if water is a favorable element. Okay. All right. The yang water is also the bladder and the legs. So the bladder is you've got to let things go. If you don't let things go, your legs will not take you to the next step. Okay. So you're not going to go to the next, wherever it is you're supposed to go next. The rat is the bladder and the ears. So, no, it's not. Why did I write the bladder? Oh. One sec, peoples. I think it is the bladder, but because it's a rat, did I say ears? Sorry, guys. Yep, it is ears. Bladder and ears. Double check. Sorry. Okay, so with the bladder, again, you're holding on. So stop holding on. Let things go. Clean the slate. Whatever water is for you, that's basically what it's telling you. Whatever water is for you, that's the big changes in it. The ears is stop listening. Stop listening to the shit. Turn off your TVs. Yeah, every time he opens his mouth, his lips are going to wear down eventually in that way. And, he's speaking with forked tongue. So, yeah, very long tongue, like a lizard. Anyway, cleaning the slate, etc., etc. And that's what you've got a few months to clean the slate, but do not wait. Do not wait for the universe to do it for you, because if the universe does it for you, it's not going to do it in a good way. Yeah. All right. Make sure you take care of that. So the bladder, both. The bladder is for what you hear, then you can't, the bladder doesn't want to let go, and then the bladder for taking your next step. All right. There's what we call the circle of life. So yang water of the month, same as the yang water of the year. And I have to speak louder because he just decided to mow his 6-foot grass. So the yang water harmonizes with yin fire and it makes more wood. So if you have yin fire in your chart anywhere, if you have that, it looks like a J, then it makes more wood. All right. The rat harmonizes with the ox. And the ox is not happening during the day, it's when you're sleeping. So there's more earth made. That is the only time there is earth being made. Yes, earth is still here every 4 hours, but it's not the focus. All right. And so when we have like the rat and the ox, the yang water and the fire, it's like things come together and harmonize. Everyone has that at one time or another, 1 month or another, that sort of thing. So that's what's happening. If you have the ox, if you have the yin fire, there's more elements made. The rat elementally is the doer and the initiator. And so his motto is I do. So this rat is also the peak of water. When we have the peak of water, it means that the crap that's been hiding has to actually come up and float eventually. It comes up and floats and yeah. But you hear it, you hear it. That's why I'm saying stop, don't listen to things because you're going to hear that everything is really hunky dory, whatever. It actually isn't. But you know what? Live with what you've got. That's it. All right. We're here. I mean, look at all our ancestors. They all did it. Huh. Yeah. All right. The water, the peak of water, even though water by nature is intelligent, I always say I've yet to see a water element use their intelligence. Anyway, so with the water, it's skillful, it's sociable, it's thrifty, it's a survivor, it's active, right? So and when I say it's a survivor, it's not complying. You know where I'm going. All right, so the rat with the dragon and the monkey, that when they combine, and the monkey comes every day 3 to 5, but 4 to 6 in daylight saving places, and the dragon comes every day 7 to 9 a.m., but it's 8 to 10 a.m. I'm still talking loud and he's stopped. 8 to 10 in daylight saving, and that makes even more water again. So throughout the day in this month, there's more water in the morning and there's more water in the afternoon. Water is also communication. So watch what you're listening to, who you're listening to, because, yeah, it's not for the good, okay? So all this water and those 3 animals, so throughout the day, every day in December from 7 to 9 or 8 to 10, and then 3 to 5 or 4 to 6, daylight saving, there's doing happening, right? There's the doers. And the doers are all yang, all of these. The dragon's yang, the rat is yang, the monkey is yang, all of that. They're hands-on, all right? And so they love their work. They need very, very little or no motivation. So this is what you are breathing this month, people. So pay attention. You don't need motivation. Just positive thinking, not serious about, the month is a romance flower, which is not serious about permanent relationships. Neither is the dragon, neither is the monkey. It's like, yeah, I can't do this. I need my freedom. Fearless, off we go. Sorry. Now, so that's what you're breathing. You're also breathing the water rat. So the rat's already water, but you can see in the month that's there that it also has water above it, the rat. So not metal, not fire, not whatever. And that water on water, the way this is, yes, it is cleaning the slate, right? But it inspires. It's inspiring and you get very, very far with this. what it's doing is it's cleverly getting their point across. Shrewd, critical. Remember, the rat only comes out at night. And it appears unfeeling and a bit anxious, but it's great. So it is a good month in more ways than one, all right? So don't F it up. The yang water, we have a conflict cycle as well. So the yang water challenges yang fire. If you are the yang fire element, there's so much pressure on you, all right? The rat also challenges the horse, which is every single day, 11 a.m. to 1 or 12 to 2 in daylight savings. And the rabbit. The rabbit is while you're sleeping. But if you have a horse or a rabbit, then yes, you're going to be challenged, all right? Again, it's about cleaning the slate. So the horse, the rabbit, the rat, those that are challenged, all romance flowers. What do you think the slate's cleaned here? Correct, relationships. Shut the front door. I'm going to have that as my page one day. All right. So relationships this month, the water element is a man for the water element is a man for a fire woman. And the water element is a woman for a earth man. All right. I think I stuffed that up when I wrote it up to be posted. I have to think twice. All right. So challenging days in December are the 7th, the 16th, the 19th, and the 28th. All right. So just be aware of those days. There are a few. But it's not Christmas Day. It's not Christmas Eve. It's not New Year's. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And the most challenging hours in December are, well, when you're sleeping. So if you're out in December, one is when you're sleeping. But if you are out, still out, 1, 3, 3 to 5, from 6 to 8 a.m., if you're still out in that time, be very, very careful because it is a penalty. Okay, you don't see the slap in the face coming, etc. But every day, the challenging 2 hours are normal wise, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. But daylight saving, it's 12 to 2 p.m. All right. Now, check what water is in your own birth chart that you have. For those of you that don't have one, time to have one. Hopefully, you will check. I'm posting more on the Facebook page, actually, which is Ministry of Feng Shui equals effortless living. Yes, I have to complicate the name that way. Anyway, you can have a look there because sometimes I post every second day on that. Not that most people see it because, yeah, it's still half block type of thing. Anyway, but there's still others that you can look at. Don't stress. There's other mediums you can look at. So wood people, the water for you is, it's going to push your buttons, so be very, very careful. It pushes your buttons and you take the wrong step. So there's no earth for you to think it over. So yeah, this will just push your buttons. It is about changing the water. So what your ideas are, what you are studying, what you're learning, what your health is like, you're changing it all this month. It starts Wednesday. So water people, it's just party, party, party. You'll find a way to get to a party. But it's also competitors, all right? Metal people, basically that water is say it, do it, scream it, shut the front door type of thing. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay. The earth, water for you people is ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Yes, I know you're going to be very happy. Fire people, the water puts you out. So it's pressure, pressure, pressure. Could be promotions as well. Could be, new positions, all of that. So you really can't have pressure unless you're working so hard, that type of thing. All right. So that's the month coming on Wednesday. Also, January doesn't begin till the 5th, all right? So what else was I going to say? I will do how it affects each animal actually also. And that's the month for you. Please do not shit your pants this month because the month is a doer month. If you're going to just lay back, sit back and think, well, we've got this same effing government, blah, 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 what's the use? What kind of thinking is that? Slap yourself. Yeah. So anyway, when the day starts, there's enough warnings for you in the day to let you know because there are two horses there that you can see. Two horses are a penalty. So at 12:48 a.m., 11:48 everywhere else in the world, this fire is huge. So this fire it can be volcanoes, guns, bloodshed, all that sort of stuff, all right? I'm just letting you know. Because those two horses that you can see there are also on top. The metal cuts the wood down. So they're already in clash on top on a world scale, but now hidden underneath it's kapow. On a world scale, this is. So it could be where is what you're thinking. Okay, so we've got south and northwest of the world, south, northwest, and southwest. So those pretty much at each other. Then add to that a rat, which you can see there in the month. The month can't stand the horse. Both horses, they're already in penalty. What can I say? So you're going to hear a lot of shit this month because that's what happens. The water, the smelly crap is coming out. So don't pay attention. Don't listen to it. Just go on with what you've got to do, all of that sort of stuff. All right. And be ready for when January comes in, etc. Because next year everybody will be wearing two hats, not one hat. So this year the tiger was wearing one hat. Next year you're wearing two hats. It's like that. Oh. All right. Have a great month.